Okay, Ruben. What I'm doing is replacing all these broken concrete pads with much larger treated lumber and plywood pads that I've put together. 24 by 24 inch by 3¼ inches thick. They were already together. There's a total of 24 U-frames around the entire pool. I've done 5 of them already. I'm doing a 6th. They're not all broken, but they all need to be replaced because eventually they will break. The concrete is just paving stones and they're not nearly strong enough once the pool is full of water, and this has several thousand pounds of pressure on it to support it. So I'm replacing the pads, and I'm going to do this one so you can see how it's done, and then to work your way around the rest of the pool and finish them. Okay, first we're going to untie this string which just basically holds the pool cover, which is sunk down right now because there's no water in the pool, just a little bit of water in the pool. Take this pool cover, the string off temporarily. See, there's a little water left in here. Push this back. This strap is attached, which has a loop on this end around the U-frame. The other end is attached to a strap that's sewn into the pool itself with a tube. Okay, you just slip the tube out, then you can detach it. You just have to push the pool side away a little bit to be able to slip the tube out. Okay, step 1. Step 2, each one of these, let me go get one, I'll show it to you up close. Each one of these has a plastic cap with 2 sets of buttons on it. When you push the first set of buttons, the second set retracts. Okay? What you want to do is press these 2 buttons so you can pull that U-frame out, get it out of the way temporarily so that you can dig your hole. Okay? Some of the U-frames were damaged and I had to replace. I have one more good U-frame in case you need it, but I think the rest of the U-frames might be okay. But I have one that's perfectly new and one that's barely damaged that you may have to use. Otherwise, you're just taking the U-frames off temporarily and digging the larger hole and then putting the U-frame back on, attaching the string and wrapping the strap around it on the bottom and putting it back together. So that's what I'm going to do. First thing is, I'm going to take the U-frame off. Pushing the 2 bottom buttons here and pulling on it a little. Alright, the frame came out but the plastic part stayed in. I have to pull it out with a pair of pliers. Let me do it on the other one. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can get this piece out. There. Came out. Just put it back on here. A couple of them have been damaged. I'm going to keep some of the caps from the other U-frames that haven't been damaged in case you need to replace any of these plastic parts or the retracting buttons that are inside. Okay, take the U-frame off. This U-frame is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Taking a look at it, it's in perfectly good shape except it's just dirty. So I'm just going to get it out of the way temporarily. Now, I'm going to go get one of my pads. Okay, here's the pad I made. It's got two 2x12s, 24 inches long, covered by a piece of 3/4 inch treated plywood on top, screwed into the 2x12s. I'm going to put down put this down with the back end of the pad, even with the back end of where this hole currently exists. We'll use this as a starting point. You want to center it pretty much on the existing piece of block that's broken there, or may not be broken, because you want the U-frame to come down basically in the center of the pad. Now it's when you attach the U-frame, you're going to see that it doesn't reach all the way to the middle of the pad, but it will when the pool is full. As the pool is full, the sides are going to come up, and this is going to push farther out as the top as the water pushes the top of the pool out. Okay, right now, take the tube that I took off and just score a line around the outside perimeter of the pad so I can see what I have to dig out. And put the pad aside. Now I just want to dig deep enough to barely set the pad in so that it's just flush with the ground. I don't want it sitting on top of the ground. I don't want it sitting underneath the ground. It should be flush with the ground. So first I'm going to take the rest of this old block out. Now I'm going to just create my perimeter with a shovel. And by the way, all my tools will be sitting right underneath I'm not going to lock them up. The stuff you'll need will be sitting underneath the porch, and the rest of the pads you'll see are on the other side of the porch. I'm going to cover them with a tarp. Because the blocks sank into the dirt, I'm just gonna I don't need to take all of the dirt out. Some of it I need to take out, some of it I just used to fill up that deeper hole that the blocks created. Square the sides off. Take a hoe. Spread the dirt around and even up the dirt. tamp it down. I think I may have to take a little bit more out. Alright, let's put this in here, see if it sits flat and flush to the top. Also, when you put it in, you want to keep the seam of the two 2x12s coming out from away from the pool. You don't want these the seam here to sit this way underneath this frame, because the frame may push down on it and push the 2x12s apart. You want to straddle the frame. So you put it in like this. Okay, that's good. It's a little bit high though. I'm going to take a little bit more out. Just a tiny bit high. Okay. Feels pretty solid and pretty level. I'm not rocking it much. Now I'm going to pull the extra dirt. I want to fill all this in. Taking this dirt back. I want to fill the crack around the edge of the pad. I don't want water to get in there and create a puddle of water, so I'm trying to fill it in and then tamp it down. Push it down. Clear it off. it this way in case I need some extra dirt on the next one. Okay, pads in, flush with the ground. I'm going to put the U-frame back on. Okay, remember, the U-frame goes back in this little loop that's on top of the strap up so that you can attach the string from the pool cover to this loop. Don't put it the wrong way. Okay. First, we're going to attach the top end. Don't put the tube in with the bottom end first. You won't be able to get the top end in that way. So, put the top end in, put them both in, squeeze the second set of tabs. The first set of tabs will retract. And you're in, and then you're ready to put this tube in. So we want to push the side of the pool back. Here's this slot. Okay. Just push this up a little bit so there's slack here. First you put it in the outside. See how it is? It looks like a t-shirt, kind of a t-shirt bag. Put it in this part of it first, then through the center loop, and then through the outside, the other end, and you're good to go. Okay? That's what I want done. And if there's a string, we don't want to lose all the pool. We don't want to lose the pool cover on the inside. So you don't have to pull it tight. The pool cover is just basically supposed to sit at the top end of the pool there. Just run the string through this top loop. And tie it off any which way. I'm going to eventually take the pool cover off when I fill it up, but for now I want to keep all the leaves out of it, so just tie a knot so that it holds it so the pool cover doesn't slip into the pool. That's good enough. Okay, that's what I want you to do with each one of them, all the way around. As I said, some of them are broken, like the one we just worked on. Some of them are in one piece. I'll probably save those pavers for some other purpose, but they're not strong enough for this purpose right here. So all the tools will be under the porch. These platforms, these pads, you'll see are underneath the on the other side of the porch, under a tarp. If you have any questions, give me a call. Be careful. Don't pull on this too tight. This can break. This strap here. When you're pulling the pool cover over, I've already ripped a couple of the holes of the grommet holes in the pool. Don't pull the pool cover by the string. Just grab it and pull it this way until it's loose enough for you to detach the string. I'll have to create new grommet holes in the areas that I screwed up. All right. Don't worry about the pump or anything. I'm going to take care of that after we take care of this thing first. So give me a call. Let me know how much you're going to charge me for this. You saw how quickly I did it. Quick like a bunny. Shouldn't take too long to work all the way around, but I'm old. My back's already hurting, so I can't. I did these 6. So I did a quarter, 6. Yeah, there's 24 of them. I did a quarter of your job already, so you only have 18 left. Give me a call.